Welcome back, my friends, to another shave, which is brought to us by an offering from Pasteurs called Empire State of Mind. This was made by a company called Hendrix Classics and Company from Nashville. This is a, well, it was brought to me for Christmas for a friend of mine. Brought this back. We went on a business trip to New York and came back with gifts of all sorts. Our razor today is something a little different. This is a lady's razor. It's a Lady Gillette, I think. I don't know the exact name. I'll put it in the comments when I do find it. The head is out of a super speed. Just has a longer handle. It's just kind of cool looking. It has a Wizamat blade in it. I don't know which side it. This is one of those razors that was in the drawer with all the other razors and still had a blade in it. I don't know how many's on it. If it is bad, I've got the Balzano laying here ready to go. I've got the soap because it's one that I really don't use much. I just shaved off some into my accumulator bowl here. We'll get a little water in the brush and just kind of stir it around. The fragrance that I'm getting off of it reminds me a lot of Creed Aventus. That was a very popular fragrance. Yeah, I'm sure it still is. It has been a couple of years since I got this, and thinking back, that was kind of a fad at the time, or it was the fragrance of the day. It does lather wonderfully. Right now it's a little bit airy because, well, it's early on. I could probably put a little more water in it. But we're gonna stir it a little bit and see how it turns out. Some history today. Obviously, this is the 11th of September, 2025. There's stuff happening today, but and a lot of it's kind of unpleasantness, most having to do with New York City. One of the reasons I picked this was, you can see on the cover here, it's the Empire State Building, but this view is, as I recall, from the observation deck of the Trade Center. And you're going to see all kinds of videos today. People are making them what they were doing at 9/11. It is indeed a day that our history was transformed. We kind of had thought that because of where we are and the way who we are, that the United States was not going to get attacked by anybody, but they did, and it was terrible. And since then, all kinds of awful stuff has happened. Many people have lost their lives over the world, around the world, because of events put in place by the attack on the World Trade Center and other sites. Also yesterday, there was another terrible event, which is also big in the news, and I can only comment that I wish that kind of stuff wouldn't happen. So one of the good things that happened today, this is my beloved sister-in-law's birthday. So all the other things, sure, they're awful, but imagine having a birthday on this day and everybody being Debbie Downer. I gotta try and look for good in this. And of all the good things that happened to my brother, she is the best thing that ever happened to him. And I am so glad that she's in our lives. So happy birthday, Lindy. Everything else can be bad, but you were the good in this day. Let's try this out. Lady Gillette, this line is intended to be very mild. The thing that really sets it apart is this really long handle, which makes it easier to shave legs. This blade is shot. It's tuggy. So let's just yank it out and put the Bolzano in. I can't believe I would have used this enough that I could have wore out a blade. But here we go, yeah. Maybe it's a blade that I like this one, the Bolzano. I've used it on several different razors for several different shaves. We'll just keep at it using this one. This fragrance is indeed what I expected, is an Aventus-like fragrance. I don't have any Aventus, but I've got another very good clone or tribute, which is fine shaving accoutrements, or fine accoutrements, I think. Platinum of the. That's right now my favorite of that type of fragrance. Yes. For a first pass, that was pretty good. I've got the soap. Look how thick that is. That happens when you have a little bit too much product and not quite enough hot liquid. But I'm hoping that by adding, as I rinse my face and paint this on, that it adds the needed amount of moisture, rather than blundering around trying to get the water balance of the entire batch of soap here done. So I can kind of water down what I've got. And it appears to have been successful. Then I can let this dry out, and then I'll reuse this on the later shave. I won't have to add any soap to it. It'll just be ready to go. Add water to it, off you go. That's why I call that my accumulator. Yes. Beautiful slickness. Look at here. A couple of high pores or something. Even with a mild razor, if you have a follicle that's being a little high, you're gonna plane it right off with any safety razor. Doesn't hurt it, it's just you're gonna have a couple little dots there. I guess we'll just go ahead and put the sound effect in there. But that's a successful shave. And it's still in my usual fairly quick paced shaves. There's a little bit more here on the corners, but this is more my face than whiskers. I mean, I can try to polish that off, buff a little bit. All I'd be doing is really hurting myself though. Right here I got a little bit of irritation because I may have laid on a little hard with this thing. Let's see how we did with the alum. I think we should be in good shape though. A little little sting right there. Nothing out of the ordinary. We should be fine. Again, this is a lot of history today, but very recent history. There was maybe any other history would be in 1775. There were some troops leaving the headquarters in Massachusetts headed for Canada. That would have been Benedict Arnold's expeditionary force to Canada. It takes a little while for all that to come together. We'll talk about that more. The fine platinum. It's pretty good stuff. It's got a real good alcohol hit. And I believe Fine's aftershaves are all made in America, made by the same people. Who, but just the soaps have changed where they're made at. At least that's my understanding. You might check that out if you go to their website, which is fineaccoutrements.com. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Major Rich. You find me at theshavingconner.com if you made it this far. Thank you so much for coming to watch. It means a lot to me. Please leave a like, subscribe, share with other people you might like it too, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.